I'm Corey, and this week on Nerdmageddon, we are having our first ever Nerd Royale Best Cat Fight. I'm hosting since I am Miss Kitten, and with me today I have Johnny, Connor, and Court. And yeah, we're going to find out who is the best pop culture cat. So let's get to it, boys.
This will decide it for all time. This is not just for Nerdmageddon. This is universal.
This is all time.
Yes.
Like, go all out. So, why don't you guys tell me who you're championing tonight?
Start with Court.
Court.
Yes.
I'm going 80s style, Lion-O, the king of the Thundercats. Basically, this guy, he was on this spaceship that his planet completely got destroyed. So he was a kid on this spaceship, and something happened with his pod where, like, it aged him, but he still has a mentality of a young kid. So it's like a learning experience. But he's courageous, he's youthful, and he's just a BA. And I'll get into his weaponry in a few minutes.
All right. Connor.
Yes.
Who's your cat?
My cat's name used to be Gus and Jake, but
Okay.
Father Time.
No.
No.
Your pop culture cat.
pop culture cat.
Okay. Why didn't you just say so? I am championing Mufasa. Because it's the circle. It's the circle of life.
Please help. Johnny, who is your cat?
I chose Meowth.
That's right.
Yes, Meowth, that's right. He is a part of Team Rocket, and we all know who he is, so I don't think that he needs much of an introduction, to be honest.
All right. That's bold. That's bold,
well,
Johnny.
I mean, it's, that's, yeah.
All right. So since you are
I got it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So since you are so bold, Johnny, why don't you start us off?
Okay, so Meowth. He is, like I said, a member of Team Rocket. He is the only Pokemon that can speak verbally. Some can speak psychically through thought, but he is the only one that taught himself how to speak actual human words. And he might not be the strongest Pokemon of all time, but the fact that he was able to do what no other Pokemon can do and learn how to speak says a lot about how intelligent he is. Along with that, I'll admit he's had quite a few losses in his day, along with his best friends Jesse and James, but name me a character that is more persistent and less likely to give up than Meowth. He has failed more times than anybody else, but it's as they say, it's not about how many times you fall down or fly away. It's about how many times you stand back up. And I mean, by that logic,
All right.
and it goes with, falling down or blasting off away.
All right. You are blasting off with that.
Yes, I am.
Connor,
Yes.
your turn. Why is Mufasa so great?
Excuse me. You could use a more. You could just use a better tone with that. Show the king some respect, please. Rip in
Make
peace.
me
Peace be
want
upon
to
him.
respect him.
You didn't say please. No. He's the one that has the great quote. We are all connected in the great circle of life, because it's the circle. I'm not going to start up with that. He's considered to be the best king, the first son and heir of King Ahidi and Queen Uru, which is actually in the prequel books. Yep. And he's considered to be the best king of the Pride Lands that they've ever been blessed with. He is so awesome that they Star Wars'd him when he died, as he's coming back in ghost form. And he taught Simba how to be the best possible king that he can be through. I mean, when he was just growing up, yeah, sure, but also as I knock your hat to the ground because I'm just so fed up. But also in the afterlife. And yeah, dude, he's always ruled with an iron fist, but he's also been tender and loving, and he's always forgiving first, because he always, actually that's just the way what he says in the movies, like he would forgive someone and let them speak their piece, even if it's like they're turning against the king or something like that. So we need a ruler like that.
All right.
We are desperate for a ruler like that.
Oh.
I don't. Yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's why.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
Yeah.
I
That's
know
why
what I
I had to take over as host.
Oh, no.
That was actually a good one.
Thank you.
That
Court,
hurts, but it was
Yes.
good.
tell us, why is Lion-O so great and awesome?
He is so great and awesome because he's not a big industrial bottle of weak sauce like these guys.
Oh.
Anyways, apart from his physical attributes, Lion-O is very brave and virtuous, and talking about he is a Shamba song waiting to happen. He gets knocked down, but oh boy, he gets up again. He has the Sword of Omens. It starts out as a little baby dagger, but turns into a giant sword. He has this thing called the Eye of Thundera. Come on, that's bad, eh? He basically can see in it into other dimensions. He basically can call from his friends. It shoots out kind of like a Batman, I don't know where I was going with that, a Batman signal to his friends in need. He has a little claw. It retracts. It shoots little grappling hooks. He's an amazing guy. He's still a little kid trapped in a big man's body, but he also is he's faster than Cheetara. Her name's freaking Cheetara. She's a cheetah, but he can outrun her. He's faster than his homie Panthro. He drives basically a cat tank. Yeah, I see him. I see ya, homie. He drives a freaking tank. I mean, if I had a mic, I'd drop it. I don't want to drop this.
Please
mic.
don't drop the mic. That
No,
would
these
hurt.
are expensive.
I do have a question. I have a question. And this question's for Connor. Connor, we've obviously all heard of Mufasa, king of the Pride Lands. We've all heard of Meowth, member of Team Rocket. Have you ever heard of Lion-O before?
No, I've never.
I don't know who that is. I
don't even know who Court is.
Oh, Court, when did you get here?
I don't know. We've heard of Mufasa and Lion King. We've heard of Meowth and Pokemon.
Never heard of this guy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Lion-O, just not ringing any bells for me. I don't know.
Then you haven't studied pop culture, my friend.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I guess
Yikes.
if you mean what was considered pop culture, in 2 centuries ago, but
Things are getting catty in here.
Maybe, except he has longevity, and we'll get into that right after the break.
Yeah, after this break.
Hey, welcome back to Nerdmageddon on KNWT. I'm checking out my phone right now. We are getting down with some serious catty stuff right here.
Get out of my seat right meow.
Okay.
Well, back to your normal host.
I'm
All right.
back.
someone just lost a few points, right, Connor?
Yeah.
Help. Just help. All right. Time to tear each other's arguments apart. Nerd Royale.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Court, you got something?
Yeah, you can't get much cliche than like The Lion King. It's a great movie, but man, it's overplayed.
I'm just saying that we're turning this Lion King into a live action movie in 2019. A live action Thundercats would be
Awesome
terrifying.
is
It
what
would
you're
suck.
searching
It
for.
would
Yes,
not,
awesome.
It would not be good.
There's also going to be a Pokemon movie coming out soon. And
You
with
think they're gonna
Pikachu-
put
I do.
Meowth in that?
Of course, I think they're gonna put Meowth in it because it'd be crazy.
Yeah,
not to.
that's great. That's great, except for the longevity of the cartoon, the massive success of the toy line, which is still clamored after, and there's
Is
still.
it though? Is
I'm
it
actually not gonna
though?
lie. I have
But-
a Thundercats wallet.
No,
Wow.
I think that the persistence that Meowth has and the fact that he's one of the most prominent characters in all of Pokemon, and definitely one of the most prominent Pokemon. Aside from Pikachu himself, he's appeared in more episodes than any Pokemon ever.
He's only prominent because he's the go-to Pokemon of the main character. Mufasa is prominent because he's king of
because
the
he
entire
dies.
Pride Land.
Yeah, well, Mufasa did die after falling off a rock, but
Because your character
Hey,
dies.
the
has
stampede had
flown
nothing
through
to do
this-
with it. The fact that his brother betrayed him had nothing
I'm
to do
sorry,
with it.
Meowth's
You are
gotten
correct.
blown up, set on fire, frozen, drowned, electrocuted, and every other type of death, and still hasn't died.
That being said, I don't think anybody's going to be catching your Pokemon.
You
Are they-
said that it was a child in the body of an adult, right?
Yep.
So it's Shazam, is basically what it is. It's Shazam.
Right. And,
Right.
your cat is Garfield and Heathcliff
How is he
and
Garfield?
Felix.
He actually
He's
is
never
just
once,
a Garfield.
He's never once eaten a
And yours is
lasagna.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about longevity. I mean, they made a He-Man Thundercats comic, and they're still reproducing the toys and really in great notoriety. Some of these Thundercat
And you know
toys
what?
go for...
I'm sure that both of those readers will agree with you.
Right. We might actually meet them this Comic-Con. We'll meet the creator for sure.
Yeah, and all two of its fans. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, since I don't know, your Meowth just happens to be just completely bent on trying to get. Are they trying to capture Pikachu or something like that? Is that what's going on? They're
Yeah.
just, or are they just new
No, they're trying.
nuisances?
They have a goal. They have a mission.
I don't know.
They suck at their missions. Meowth is
Wake me
failed
up.
and
Wake me up
failed.
because you said a Meowthful over. Huh.
Oh my gosh. You don't get points for
so
that.
bad. Yeah, and how can someone just fail so often and so painfully and miserably as Meowth does and still have the will to live?
Your character doesn't.
Well,
I mean,
know,
you do it every
I
day,
guess
Connor.
you have to be alive to have the will to live. So.
And on the podcast, come on. Let me have one thing.
Whenever
One
you
thing.
want me to wrap this up with my final closing.
Yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up. We'll go Old Man Court first.
All right. Anyways, he and his remaining feline survivors of the dead planet, Panthro, Chitara, and the whole gang, they battle against awesome things like a mummy, a mutant. Basically, in this cartoon, there was aliens, mummies, beastmen, android teddy bears, demon priest, reptile phantoms, and cyborg pirates.
Connor.
Unlike
I don't know what
these
you
two
mean.
characters, Mufasa was never arrogant and gullible, and he's a very forgiving, very kind, very gentle leader. He never would have banished anyone for even for betraying him. He's without at least hearing an explanation first, and he's kind to all races. He is the ruler of every species of animal that lives in the Pride Lands. So that's pretty awesome. Someone with that much power and that much authority, yet being so humble and a great ruler, arguably the best ruler, the one who gave Simba the will to rule with an iron fist while still being just. You can't get better than that.
Johnny.
I would have to say, unlike Court, who was fighting also for Chitara and Snarf, while I was just fighting for Meowth, I think that there's a lot more that you can say about Meowth than Lion-O. And in terms of the humbleness and the ruling of other creatures, I will admit, yes, Meowth doesn't have much say and authority, but he makes up for that in persistence. And he's lost more times than any other character. And I'm saying that so no one else has to. But he's been able to stand up, dust himself off, and go at it again, and try over again. So I think those among the other qualities, like being his intelligence and his loyalty to his friends, Jesse and James, are what makes him the best cat among these three.
I'm going to have to go with Meowth on this
Woo!
one. Even
Meowth,
though technically
that's right.
he's not a cat.
He is a cat.
Actually, this was another one of
terrible.
those
That was-
ones where I had a hard time debating against them because they are good.
Yeah, like you all did
Yeah.
a fantastic job.
Yours is
Yeah.
okay, I guess. It's
Yeah.
the only one that I've heard of it.
You guys did a great job. You probably would have gotten more points, Connor, if you had mentioned the Broadway musical. Just gonna put that out there. Johnny just tended to hit more of those, those points. So,
The Broadway musicals and such. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Pokemon musicals.
Yeah.
yes, all the Pokemon musicals out there.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Pokemon. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with Johnny. Congratulations, buddy. But yeah, so that is it for Nerdmageddon. This was our first Nerd Royale. It was a cat fight. And make sure to tune in on KNWT, 9:15 p.m. And you can check us out on the KNWT YouTube page. Thanks, guys.
Wakanda!